Hi friends, it's Peggy from prettypapercards.com and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier Ellie. We are here to do a fun card tutorial for you today and to show you some brand new Stampin' Up! Products that are coming out next week. And I'm excited to show you these things. And Ellie is too, aren't you? Are you excited? Yeah. So happy Wednesday. Welcome to my Facebook friends. This is a live if you're watching the recording. It's live on Facebook and it's live on YouTube. So welcome to my YouTube people. I hope you're having a great day. Oh yes, you're getting kind of sleepy. I know, she's always sleepy. She was just outside and it's kind of warm today. It's in the high 70s here in San Diego County. It's really lovely spring weather. I hope it's nice where you are. I just ate a peppermint, so I think she's smelling the peppermint. So welcome, Diane. Good to see you, Diane Emerson. Thanks for popping on. So we have a lot to talk about today. We really do. I have a lot of stuff to show you because it's almost time for the new catalog to come out. And I've got a lot of stuff here on my desk that I want to show you. So let me just tell you, the countdown has begun. And I'm going to start, whoops, I've got hair in my mouth. I'm going to start posting the countdown. The Tuesday the 3rd of May is when the new 2022-2023 annual catalog goes live. Hi Kay, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. So we've only got 6 days until the new catalog goes live. And I want to help you to get your wish list ready. Aren't we going to help them with their wish list, Ellie? Yeah. If you got a catalog from me, if you're one of my customers, I sent you a catalog and it had a big wish list in it. So if you don't have a wish list, get some paper out because you are going to want to get your wish list started so that you know all the pretty things and the things that you really would like to order. Last chance sale. So when the new catalog, it's the annual catalog which comes out every year, once a year. And when the brand new catalog comes out on May 3rd, that means the former catalog from last year is retired. And many products are retired. So right now we're having, what do you want to go over there for? Right now we're having the last chance sale. And many of the products are retiring, and she wants to get down. I think she wants to get down. Many of the products are retiring, and I don't want you to miss them. I just went on the last chance list, and there are still some great products on there. Some are at a discount, some are not. But the peach dies are still there at a discount. The peach stamp set is still there. The butterfly, or bead trinkets are there at a discount. They're under $5. The in color dots from this year's in colors, and you know I've loved those. We've used those in several of my different kits. Those are marked down. So go in and snatch some of those things up while they're at a good price, because those are things I have loved and I've shown you, and you will love them too. Diane. Hi, Diane Danik. It's over hump day. That is right. And we are having a good week. We're having a very good week. Okay, if you need a beautiful new catalog, and it is beautiful, I'm telling you, it is beautiful. There's a little glare there. I can't open it until May 3rd, but May 3rd is going to be Tuesday, and a week from today will be May 4th. I hope I'm right on that. Yes, and I will open this catalog, and we will go through it together, and we will see more and beautiful new things. But if you need a catalog and you don't have one, email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com and I'll get one out to you right away, as long as you don't have another demonstrator, because that person should be giving you your catalog. But I've got some extras and I'd love to send them to you. Okay, I'm checking my list. Shares. All right, what are shares? Many of you know what shares are. Hi, Tina. Thanks for popping on. Shares are little bits, not that little, but they're smaller portions of big things that are sold in the catalog. For example, all the designer series papers in the new catalog, they're always all new every time a new catalog comes out, and there are 12 new beautiful designer series paper in the catalog. I've only gotten 3 so far. We were only able to order a certain ones. And I want to show you, this is the Tea Boutique designer series paper. It goes with a beautiful new Tea Boutique set and suite, which I've used and you've seen, and it's one of my favorites. This is one of the designer series papers. This is called, and I always have to refresh myself because it's new for me. This is Sun Prints, and it goes with gorgeous, gorgeous new stamp set and dies. These are beautiful, beautiful papers. I'm trying to get them so that you can see them. And you'll get a portion of these. What you get in one of my shares is one full sheet of each designer series paper, but cut in 6x6 pieces. Maybe you get 2 pieces. I think you did get 2 pieces because I cut every package in 4. I divide it in 4, so you're getting a share. So so 1/4 of every package. And then, so far my favorite that I've received, that I've gotten, and this is the Hues of Happiness paper. Oh boy, oh boy. This I love, and it cuts with the dies from the set. These flowers are gorgeous, and so you'll get a 1/4 of this also. But there are actually 12 full designer series papers, and you'll get a 1/4 of each of them for a total of 100. Allison, good to see you. 144 sheets of new 6x6 sheets of new designer series paper. That's my paper share, and that is $50. And the way Stampin' Up works that is you have to pre-order. You have to tell me that you want it and pay, and then I get it the first day that the catalog comes out. Then I can order it. So if you're interested, email me, Peggy at prettypapercards.com. Tell me shares. Tell me if you want the designer series paper shares, and for this I'm going to turn the camera down. This one is less. This one is only $35, but let me get this. This is my in color share, and the in color share is it's not as big as the designer series paper share, but the thing is, it's mighty big. It's not big, but it's small and mighty. And here are the new in colors, the 5 new in colors, and in this share, this in color share, and the point of it is to give you a little taste of the new in colors. I know that some of you love the colors that you've had for years, our standard basic colors that are so beautiful. But every year we come out with new in colors, and you might not be prone to get all the in colors and all the ink pads and all the papers. So this is like a sampler of the new in colors so that you can really work with them. It doesn't include ink pads, but it does include the darling in color matte dots in each of the new in colors, and we're going to use some of those today. You're going to get 1 6x6 sheet, I've got my list here, of each new in color cardstock. You're going to get 2 sheets of each new in color designer series paper. And all of our colors have a designer series, our color groupings have a designer series paper that goes with them that is just that color. It's not included in what I was showing you earlier. And so here are the 5 new in colors. This is one side. Each new in color has 4 different patterns. You're seeing 2 here, and I flip it over, and there are the other patterns. And so you're going to get 2 sheets of each designer series paper color. Okay, then you'll get 1 6x6 sheet of this beautiful in color glimmer paper, and it's ombre. Look at that. This is Tahitian Tide, the beautiful new blue, and it goes from the full color down to white. And here is Orchid Oasis. Now this is a quiz for me. Sweet Sorbet, Starry Sky, and Parakeet Party. And these are glimmer papers. They're so sparkly. And then you're going to get one envelope and note card of each in color. And these are gorgeous. I want you to see how, I know I've shown them to you before, but I want to excite you about them, excite you with them. So this is the card. Each one has kind of a pattern. It's a beautiful card, and look at the envelope, a coordinating matching envelope. It even has a little flower on the back side. And you'll get one in each, one card and envelope set for each new in color. So that entire in color sampler, which is an in color share, is $35. And I think really, if you're not planning on getting big bunches of in color stuff, this is a great way to have little bits to play with. And if you want both shares, it's $80. And my shares end on May 2nd is the last day I can take the money to order it on May 3rd. So you've got until May 2nd to sign up and pay, pre-order and pay. Email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com. Tell me what you want and I'll send you the link. You won't be sorry. Okay, today's project is a sneak peek, and I really, this is, it's not number one on my favorites of the new catalog, but it is in my top 10. It's right up there. Hi Trudy, thanks for coming by. And I'm going to show you a lot about this stamp set today. This is the new actually it's a bundle, the Sending Smiles bundle, and what's called the Sending Dies. Okay, this is really an exciting, and I think a set that we're going to use a lot. And what I want to show you is, let's just look at the stamp set for a minute. So it has this big word sending. You can stamp it as I did here. And then I cut it out because we have two dies that work with it. We have kind of what I would call the bubble die, which is what I've used here. So I stamped it, the word sending, in black, and then I used the bubble die to cut around it. But you can also use the actual word die that says sending, and with or without the bubble die. And I went ahead and cut it out for you. Here is the word, let me see, I want to get it so that you can really see it. There it is, sending. And then here's the plain bubble die. And so you would put one on top of the other. Now, one reason I decided not to use it and work with it today is because I forgot. The best way to do this is to put it on our, I didn't look up the name, but it's kind of like adhesive paper where you die cut this. Some of you will know the name. Diane, you love the sentiments. I do too. Trudy loves this bundle. It's on your list. It should be in your top 10. It should be on your wish list, definitely. So when I use this word die, I want to use the adhesive sheets, that's what it's called, and get the adhesive put down on the back, because it will be a little trick to just use tiny dots of glue. But so I'm going to wait and do it that way with you another time. But just so you can see, that's another option. And going back to the stamp set, it has all these combinations of flowers, and we're going to look at them in a second. But once you use the word sending, or you don't even have to, but it's smiles across the miles, all the good luck your way, sunshine to brighten your day, love and big hugs, that's a great one, birthday wishes, a note of thanks, that's what I'm using today, a card to say hello, and comfort and strength. So you could use those individually, but when you put the sending on top of them or with them, the way I did here, it really makes, I think, it's a really nice effect. And I want you to notice the small sentiment, the note of thanks, is cut out with some great label dies that they have here that perfectly fit the sentiments. And then you have all the floral and leaf dies. It's a set of 14 dies. So this is a bundle that's going to be available on May 3rd, the Sending Smiles bundle. Now, what I want to do is show you how all the stamps work, because I was just blown away when I started using them. Here's one little sample that I did using the new in color Sweet Sorbet and also Parakeet Party. And these are some of the options that you could use. Hi, Roz. What I'm going to do though is I want to use a different ink color and go over with you and stamp with you all the different stamps, because really it's just amazing. So I'm going to start with the leaves. There are 1, 2, 3. I've got them all already on blocks. 4 different leaves in this stamp set. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp them now. They're photopolymer stamps, so you know that you need padding. I have padding underneath my this pad here, so I have plenty, but you might want to use a Stampin' Pierce mat or something like that. Or a catalog works well. So here's one leaf. That's the biggest one. And that holds several blooms. Then here's the next one. And this holds 1 bloom. And this, I think, is just a leaf grouping. I don't think this really holds a bloom unless you work it in some way. And then there's an individual little leaf that you could stick on anywhere, like you could add it right in here. So those are your leaf stamps. Okay, now let's go on and see the floral stamps. And for this, I'm going to use Orchid Oasis just to do something different than the one I did as the sample. So here's our Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to tell you right away in fact, one thing, I just forgot. I wanted to go back and stamp 2 of these because there's something I want to do to show off the flowers. Okay, so let me stamp 1 more of those leaf stems that hold the different flowers. All right, so now for the Orchid Oasis. This is my favorite stamp right here, and what it is just a partial flower. I think it could be a daisy. Some of you who are my plant girls, hi Tammy, will know. Oh, and I wanted to remind you, don't forget about the prize at the end. I'll be awarding my prize at the end. But some of you might know. So this is just a half of a flower, like a daisy or something like that. And don't you think that's neat? I just love that. Now that's the half flower, and that's the one we're going to use today on our project. Let's get the full flower. And I put that on the larger leaf grouping. And let's see, I think I'm going to go this way and attach it right here. There's the full flower. Isn't that pretty? And then we have a couple of smaller flowers. We have 2 different ones. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this one to go right here, like that. The other one is very similar. It's almost the same. And I could just stick it right on there, even though there's not a stem, it's a leaf. But I think I'll stick it right on there just so that you can see it. There you go. You can see the difference between those 2. And those are the flowers, except for a little small grouping of flowers that I think that I'm using to go on my envelope and on the inside of the card. I'll put that right down here in the corner. Let me put it so you can see. It's just a little small grouping of flowers. So those are the flowers. Now for the insides of the flowers. Cone flower, yes, good, Roz. I knew you guys would get it. I think it probably is a cone flower. So you've seen all of those stamps. Now we're going to see the little insides, the little centers of the flowers, and there are 3 different stamps for the centers. This one is a different kind of one, and I'm going to show you once I stamp it. Today I'm using my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. You could definitely use Daffodil Delight, but I'm going to put it over here on this flower that is very coney, and I'll show you why I think this is the one that goes with it. Because I'm going to hold it closer to the camera. I don't know if you can see, but it has 2 parts, a little lower part that looks like the way that cone flower looks. So I think that's the center for the cone flower. And then we have a center for the large flower. And I'm just going to, let me get a little more ink. I'm going to put that right in here. I didn't do too great of a job, but it has little dots in it. And then we have a small dot that goes in the smaller flowers. Well, I am just a little off today. Let me get this one on a little more. There we go. You probably could see them better if I did them in the Daffodil Delight, but I'm not going to. Oh, what was I going to put on here? Oh, there's one more flower. Yes, where did that go? Here it is. And it's very interesting, and some people were talking about it among the leaders and the demonstrators. Hi, Holly, if I didn't say hi before. And some of you may know this, and this is a completely different kind of flower. And that's why I wanted to use the 2 single stems, and some of you will know this right away. What is that? I'll hold it up a little closer. It's like a tall, maybe a bulb looking thing. But you can see that great array of flowers that you have now. You can make them all different colors. Oh my gosh, there are so many things that I'm seeing all the different demonstrators do. But I wanted to show you basically everything that this set has. And then there are all the sentiments, but I'm not going to stamp those out for you. But I think this does amazing things. I saw one girl on the back of her envelope, she just stamped this one flower in all different colors all over it. Hyacinth. Okay, Roz, thank you. I'll not, because I don't know, I'll take that. But there have been, I've seen some cards with this flower just one after the other in a row. They're beautiful. They are beautiful flowers, and you can do a lot with them. So that is the display of flowers. Okay, now let's go ahead and make our card for today. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use the Orchid Oasis. And let me get out all my goodies here, my card pieces. We're using our standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5, and scored at 4 1/4. And we'll use our bone folder. I'm thinking of doing a series of basic YouTube videos, the basics, to kind of show beginners how to make a card base and all those different things. Let me know what you guys think about that. How to cut things, just the basics, because I know for me that was a little hard in the beginning. So I'm thinking about doing that. Let me know what you think. Okay, so the next piece we're going to put down is our piece of Orchid Oasis, and we're just going to go ahead and glue that down. This is kind of a simple card, clean and simple, just really to show off the stamp set. But you could make a grouping of these. You could make one out of every new color. I almost did that, but I didn't have time. I almost did it for you. But this makes beautiful thank you notes. Hi, Eleanor. Good. No, we've got plenty of time. We're actually just starting with the card. Now what I'm going to do, I am also going to use another something new. I wanted to give you another little sneak peek. So let's put our flower. Let's go ahead and stamp our flower. And that we're going to go back and get our Parakeet Party, my new favorite green. Very beautiful, but of course you could stamp it in any green. And I'm going to put it right here. Let's see, right about there. And then we're going to stamp our flower, and I'm going to use that flower that I like so much, the cone flower. There are a lot, yes, someone, I think it was Roz, maybe said, thank you, Roz. Yes, I think it might be handy to do a series on the basics. I won't do them live, but I'll do them over on my YouTube channel. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would really love it. It helps me when I have subscribers over there. So if you could do that, it would be much appreciated. And it's pretty paper cards. Okay, so we're going to put this little guy right down here. Okay. And then we'll put that neat black center. And let me know if any of you think anything different, but I do think this is the center that's meant for this particular flower. Okay, right there. Now what I'm going to do, and this is to show you something else new. In the new catalog, we have some new dies that are amazing. I don't think they come with a stamp set. I think they're individual. Thank you, Avenel. That encourages me. Thank you. Stylish shape dies. Stylish shapes plural. 15 dies, and they're all stitched inside and outside. Circles and squares, which we've been needing, and label dies. These are neat. I am in love with them. And like I said, I don't think they're part of a bundle. Put these on your wish list. They were available for us as demonstrators to get, and I snatched them up. And that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to actually bring in my large Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, because I'm going to use the larger square. It does fit on the mini, but not the way I want to do it. Because what I want to do is, I'm going to turn that over. I want to do this at an angle, and I hope I can get it right. Use this square to put my paper. I didn't on the other card, but I wanted to try it for this card. And let's see. Let me just get over there so I can really see. I think that looks good. I hope it's going to work. I think it will. And but the reason I couldn't use the mini is because when I put the square at an angle, it was a little too big for the mini. So let's see how this came out. Because I wanted to use these dies and I've never used them. I think that came out pretty cute, don't you? Okay, yay. I think we're going to be able to do so much with these stylish shapes dies. I really do. Okay, so there is our flower, and we're going to go ahead and put this on just like that. And I'm going to put it up on dimensionals. Let's get my dimensionals. Another reason I'm making this card simple is just so that you can really see the color of the new in colors. I would like to say they're clear. You know, some colors are a little bit soft and not as clear, but as far as colors go, I think these are clear and striking. And so I wanted to really demonstrate that. So let's get this guy up here. Isn't that pretty? Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp our sending sentiment. And this is a large stamp, and I put it on the H block, okay? And actually, I think I might do it upside down to make sure to get enough ink on it. My Memento ink. I want to get a lot. The Memento ink is not the same type of pad that our classic Stampin' pads are, so you do need to pound a little more. And, well, you shouldn't be pounding at all with our Stampin' pads. Isn't that a beautiful stamp? I love it when they're, look at that. Oh my gosh. You could totally just use this without cutting it out. But I am going to cut the bubble if I can find it here. Okay. And we'll get out our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again. And look at how that bubble goes just right over there like that. Okay. Let's get this out. And I think the bubble emphasizes it. It's kind of popular nowadays to do the bubble thing, or whatever they call it, but I call it the bubble. And let's just, it is not exactly straight, so you do have to kind of, let me work with it here just a minute to get it right where I want it. I think that's not too bad. There, that looks better. Okay. I know some of you use washi tape. You know, the thing about to hold your dies on, washi tape bugs me because it gets sticky stuff on my dies. I don't know how you feel about that. Yes, Allison, the font on this sentiment is really pretty. There we go. Look at how nicely that cut. I just love that. Okay, so now we're ready to put sending right up here like that. The one nice thing is it has a little space under these two, the G and the S, 4 dimensionals, right? Which is what we want. I don't think I'm going to adhere it over the angled square at all. I think I'm just going to adhere it right on the bottom. I think that should work. These just barely fit. Let me get it up where you can see it there. That one fits for sure. Let's see if I can move this just a little hair. Just a hair. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. Some of you might have better ideas about how to adhere it, but I want the D right over the point there. That looks pretty good. And now we're going to make our little thanks sentiment. And this sentiment works perfectly on this little smaller block. And I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis for that. See, this is just a scrap of basic white saying a note of thanks. I want to get it nice and a nice color going. There we go. And now we're going to use one of those neat label dies that is made exactly for this stamp set. Look at how perfectly that fits on there. Okay, I guess I could have left the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine up, but I didn't. Okay, so do it again. This definitely fits in the mini. All of these dies from the sending die set, all of them fit in the mini. But like I said, I brought in the big one for that angle square. Just hold that down. I just love it when the label dies fit just exactly, because it makes your card look so much more professional. Look at that. Isn't that just pretty? Okay. And then we're just going to put this little guy right under here, and we're going to use mini dimensionals for that. Oops. This is just, can you see the possibilities of this stamp set with the different sentiments? And there are just so many possibilities. Okay, I think we've got all 3 of them, our little minis on here. That's why I'm recommending it as one of my favorites. I think this is one that probably I'll keep for a really, really long time. Let me just get that down there. Okay, now for some bling. I sometimes forget my bling. But I am going to use the Parakeet Party, the little Parakeet Party colored matte dots here. The other card I used mini ones, but for some reason this one feels like I should use the big ones. Where did you go? Let me get that. Okay, I think I'll put a big one there. And you know we're supposed to put them in groupings of 3. And then what I might do up here, whoops, where did that go? Let's see. I might put one up here. That looks kind of good. And maybe a baby one right next to it. What do you think? And then let's stamp some of those flowers on the inside of the card. That stamp I showed you that had lots of little flowers, to give the inside a little something something. And the envelope, we could definitely stamp a whole flower. I am just not doing that today because I just wanted to focus on the stamp set itself. But you could definitely stamp a flower and really go to town on your envelope and your inside of your card. Hi, Debbie Pine. Thank you for stopping by. There, what do you think? Isn't that just pretty? This is really possibly the most versatile stamp set in the whole, in the catalog, I think, because it can be used for so many purposes. And there are two, maybe I'll just get rid of the envelopes and just show you the two different colors. So this is your Sweet Sorbet, and this is Orchid Oasis. And if you get, you'll have one of each of these pieces of cardstock if you get my in color sampler. Okay, thank you. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. And it would also, you know, make a nice gift to make one of these, say, out of each of the new in colors and box them up and give them as a gift to a friend. I think that would be nice too. Okay, let's turn you up. On my phone it says solo, so I'm going to go solo. Alrighty, now we need to see who won our prize. Thank you, Colleen. And remember, all of this is available May 3rd. Now, a couple things I wanted to tell you about the new catalog and May 3rd. All of us as demonstrators know that there have, and you know anyway, everyone knows that there have been shipping problems. We don't know of any with any of the new product. As far as we know, it's totally a go, which I believe that it is. However, just based on because we have a high demand on May 3rd, I just want to warn you, because a couple of weeks in other catalog launches, I've had customers who say, I can't get that, it's out, it's, you know, we have to wait for another shipment. And it's true. So just because I want you to be aware, if you really want some of these new catalog things, if you've got some things on your wish list that you really want right away, nobody can predict sales and whatnot, but personally for me, I'm going to be ordering on May 3rd. What it means is you might have, you know, the website gets clogged up and you might have to wait till you can get in, but I really want to recommend that you order as soon as you can. You know, if not May 3rd, May 4th or something, just telling you what I do, just to give you some hints of what I do, because you know I get so excited about these things that I want them all right away. Okay, so the prize from last week was a beautiful set of, actually these are the in color, or not in color, they are the new catalog ribbons from last year's catalog. And some of them are holding over, and some are not. But these are the ribbons, the ribbon set. And no, yes, I didn't put a name on that. Where is my name? Hold, please. Karen Piermarini is the one who won these. Karen is one of my YouTube, usually a YouTube, but sometimes a Facebook watcher. And Karen, I do have your address, so I'll be sending these to you. And thank you so much for watching and hanging on to the end. And then for next week's gift prize is small but mighty. It is a package of linen thread. You guys, I use so much of this linen thread, and it's small but mighty, because you can use it on anything. It's continuing into the new catalog. It's been with us for years, and I think you will like the linen thread. If you do like it and you already have some, you can never have too much. I'm constantly running out. So a little package of the small but mighty linen thread. I'll award that next week, and it will be May 4th, the day when we can, the day after we can see everything in the new catalog. I could be so excited on May 3rd that I may just do a live anyway, because I am going to be very, very excited just to walk through the whole catalog with you, because there have been things I haven't been able, demonstrators haven't even been able to order. And I won't have them by then, but at least I probably will have ordered them, but at least I can show them to you in the catalog. So thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And don't forget, shares, product shares, last chance items. There's still some great items on sale, done on May 2nd, and new